Hey friends, welcome to Post to Post. It's Neil here. Thanks for joining me today. Got a ranking video for you. We're going to take a look at draft logos. Now this event does happen every single year and it's usually held in a different city. Now there's certain situations that come up like COVID, which kind of stops things, but generally a city is awarded a draft every single year and each logo tends to kind of have the same, or not the same rather, but it has the theme of potentially the state, the province, the city, something like that. So every single logo is unique and that's what makes them awesome. I will say that this ranking video does not have every single draft logo that has ever been created because they were pretty boring and pretty generic up to a certain point. So I've got 18 here in my ranking, and it's essentially the last 18 years and when things kind of got good with the logos. And we'll go through them, and you can leave your opinions down below in the comment section. There's no right or wrong. We're just doing this for fun. Your ranking's going to be completely different than mine. Let's jump in and see my ranking. Let's start off with my least favorite and go to my favorite. Let's bring it up. And my least favorite is going to be 2021. Now, this was the kind of COVID year or the COVID draft, if I'm not mistaken, that didn't happen. So I think this was supposed to happen in Montreal, but then didn't end up happening. And it just, I understand why this logo is so generic. Like I'm not mad at it, but it's still kind of low effort. I think they could have made it a little bit better than this. It's supposed to be generic, and like I said, I understand that, but still it feels a little bit generic. It could have been the 2020 draft that was supposed to be Montreal. I can't exactly remember. Anyway, it's pretty plain. I mean, what do you want me to say? There's not really much to talk about here. The 17th position, I put 2020. So maybe this was the one that was supposed to be in Montreal because of the colors. But this is a little bit more lively. I mean, we've got a bit of a banner. We've got some stars. We've got a little bit more color as well. So we're getting somewhere. Number 16, in 2009, Montreal. So this was, I believe, Montreal's 100th anniversary year. And so they had things like, I think the All-Star game and the draft were both in Montreal that year, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a very simplistic design, which is a good thing. But it's still, like, once you see all the other ones here, you can kind of tell that it's kind of lacking a little bit. Now, Montreal is a very, look at their jerseys. They're very simple. There's not a lot of craziness going on. They're a very traditional team. So when you look at this, it's exactly what it's supposed to be and what it probably should be, but it's still missing a little bit of life. I love the colors. I love like that stripe in the middle. You see that on their home jersey. So that's nice. It's just a little bit lackluster, I guess. In 15th position, I put the 2013 draft. This was in New Jersey. And I mean, it's from this point on, really, I would say that I like them all. But it just, they're so good. This is difficult to rank. Although this is 15th, I like this. So it's difficult. Now, I like the state outline in the background there. I like the shading on the word draft. It's like the colors are perfect for New Jersey. That's their exact colors. The stars are in there. So like it's a good logo. It's just the other ones are better, and you'll see. Number 14, I put the 2007. So we're actually going way back. And I thought this was a great adaptation of the Columbus logo into a draft logo. And you might say that's a little bit lazy, but you know exactly where this draft is. Like if you looked at the last one, you might, if you weren't familiar with the outline of New Jersey and you didn't see the word New Jersey, you might have to like look a little bit closer and stuff. But if you look at this, instantly you know this is Columbus. That was a bad snap. That's better. And this is, I thought this was just a really good kind of combination between the two logos. Number 13, I put the Chicago draft from 2017. Nice, just simple skyline in the background there. You can see the city. You can see some water. Chicago's right on the water. You can even see a little bit of a boat in there. It's got a nice circular shape. It will look good on a hat, on a t-shirt, on a jersey, whatever. I think this is a great logo. Number 12, I put the 2010 one. This is, I really like this from a color perspective. And tell me where this is. Do you remember? Do you remember where this is? If I didn't know, and actually technically I didn't look this up, I'm just going off memory, but if I didn't know and I looked at this, I would see blue, I would see white and some black, and I'd see palm trees. I'm thinking Tampa Bay. Now, maybe there's a different variation of this logo that has the city name on it. I'm not exactly sure, but my first thought would go to Tampa Bay, and if it's not Tampa Bay, well, there's palm trees. So there's the Florida Panthers, there's the LA Kings, the San Jose Sharks, technically probably the Coyotes, and then Anaheim. But if I'm not mistaken, this draft was in Los Angeles. So I don't totally understand the colors here, unless my memory is really failing me right here, but I'm pretty sure this one was in LA. But I like the colors. Like, that's the thing. I like the colors, and you can kind of see some spotlights there in the background, which maybe signifies Hollywood and stuff. But still, this screams Tampa Bay for me, and I like it, but it's just missing the name. So if that logo exists with a name on it, and it probably does, there should be no version like this. There should be no version like this. Number 11, I put Nashville, 2023. This has absolutely no hockey aspect to it. It's very, very Nashville, which is a good thing. But I still like it's almost missing something in a way. I like it. It's almost missing something in a way. It's just almost not hockey enough. Or it's not, I don't know, there's just something about it. But it's got great colors. I mean, that blue looks great with the yellow. The font chosen is perfect font chosen for this. So yeah, let's move on. Number 10, Montreal Canadiens 2022. Really like the flame or the torch down below. That is awesome. I like the shape of this crest as well. It's really cool. And again, you've got kind of that ribbon with the stars on there. The text, or the font rather, I don't necessarily love that font for this specific logo, but it's not too bad. Yeah. Number 9, I put the Ottawa Senators. And this is the draft from 2008. Well, sorry, I didn't put the Ottawa Senators. I put Ottawa 2008. This is just completely different than all the other ones. Not only is it a different shape, but it just feels different. Like, the text isn't as stylized as some of the other ones. The colors are completely different. Obviously, it's a little bit different because of the city or the team that it's trying to represent. But still, this just felt like so different than all the other ones. And not really in a bad way, not really in a good way either. I just really kind of appreciate it for that reason. I know it's in Ottawa because of the colors. I know it's in Ottawa because of the maple leaf at the top. And although it doesn't scream Ottawa, I do like the texture kind of around the outside as well. Number 8, Pittsburgh, 2012. If you're familiar with that generation of Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys, you'll kind of understand this color combination. If you weren't following hockey prior to 2017, and you might look at this and think, well, why is the yellow not yellow? Why is it so desaturated? It looks so dull. But Pittsburgh, this is the kind of colors that Pittsburgh wore when this came out. So for that reason, I don't really have a problem with it. Now, you will see the similar shapes. So if you remember the 2010 one that we saw in Los Angeles, hopefully, the bars kind of going across with the stars on there, I think those are pretty much identical. Now, this obviously says Pittsburgh. And if it didn't say Pittsburgh, I would still likely be able to guess Pittsburgh because of the top. Pittsburgh has loads of bridges at the top. To me, that symbolizes a bridge. You could also look at that and think maybe the top of a stadium or something, or an arena. I could totally understand that. But to me, I see Pittsburgh here, not only from the bridge at the top with the colors and then the skyline down below. So I do like this one. Good job. Number 7, this one is in Philadelphia. Perfect colors and great kind of backing shape. So that shape you see in the background there is to kind of represent the Liberty Bell. That is in Philadelphia. That is awesome. And then you can see, I don't know what that building is in the front there. I've never been to Philadelphia. I don't know anything about it, to be completely honest. Other than that, the Liberty Bell is in Philadelphia, and yeah, I mean, this is a kind of a cool logo. And again, you get that shape in the middle that we saw in the last one. Good stuff here. Number 6, Dallas. This is a great one because not only does it scream Dallas colors, not only does it scream their kind of thematic within their organization as far as design and stuff, but it also screams Texas because of that shape in the background, and they use that logo as well in some of their stuff. But I think this is just a wonderful logo, and it's definitely one of my favorites. That's why it's in the top 10. And I love the font as well. Really cool 3D font. Number 5, I put Buffalo. I love the colors here, and I love the bottom half of this. So you can tell that it's an arena, but it's a little bit mysterious as well. Or you see just like the light playing off of it and stuff, and it kind of blends nicely in to the bottom. And you got the year in there, and you've got that shape in the middle. Again, you've got that thing that holds the name of the city, but it's a little bit more stylized on the left, which looks good. The colors are great up top as well. The font is good stuff. Number 4, Vancouver 2006. We're going way back. There's just something about this that I like, and I don't know if it's the colors that make me just so nostalgic, and it probably is that's doing it, or the mountain. Like, the mountains in the background look so good. The kind of just like that indigenous pattern that they use on some of their stuff. I don't know the proper name for that pattern, but it looks so good in there. It's got the Canadian maple leaf as well. Great overall shape. Don't necessarily love like the perspective of the draft. It's been lifted and kind of warped a little bit, but other than that, I really like this logo a lot. Number 3, Minnesota 2011. This is so good. If you didn't see the name on there and you didn't look at the trees at the bottom, you might think Dallas, which won't make Minnesota fans happy for reasons that will go back decades. But I think that this is perfect for Minnesota. I love, just look at the bottom of the logo. You can see the trees, so you feel Minnesota. You can see the water, so you feel Minnesota. But the way that it's lit as if the water is glowing, or there's this big like orb lighting up from the inside of the forest, shooting out. So the inside of the trees has been highlighted by light, but the outside you get that silhouette, and that silhouette leads into the shape of the, like, it's a really, really good logo. Whoever designed this did a wonderful job. Colors, again, a little bit close to Dallas, but pretty good. I mean, Minnesota wears green, so what do you want to do? Number 2, I put Florida 2015. Love the palm trees up top. Love the colors. Love down below. You got some wave action, some water, which screams the Florida Panthers. Yeah, I mean, this is great. The sun up above as well. Just this is as close to, I think, as a Florida draft logo that you can get. And number 1, 2019 Vancouver. So Vancouver is coming in twice in the top 5 here. I think this is so good. Like the mountain up top, you even get some dimension from there. You get to the skyline, the shape of it as well, totally different than everything else. That kind of 3-bar system where you have the name of the city is here, but it's been modernized a little bit. The stars also blend in a little bit nicer with the rest. It's got a nice highlight on the font as well. So Vancouver has my favorite draft logo from any draft. And like I said earlier, if we go back to number 15, which I think was New Jersey, number 15, that's a great logo, and it was 15th. So I was a little bit critical on a lot of these, but I think the NHL has done a very good job on the majority, the overwhelming majority of draft logos in the NHL. So round of applause. Like we're pretty hard on the NHL, aren't we? About a lot of things. But one thing they do right, I think, is draft logos for the most part. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your favorites down below in the comment section, your least favorite draft logo. We'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Hope you guys having a great day. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. And if you're new, we'd love to have you on board. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. We'll talk to you soon. Adios.